And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Chris Thomas. He's the owner of Right on Target Real Estate. Welcome, Chris. So I want to ask you, does it cost extra money to have an agent represent you as a buyer's agent when you're doing a transaction?
No, actually it doesn't. I'm glad you asked that. I think a lot of people think that there's extra costs involved when you involve other agents, but actually most agents that are, including myself, that do this, we actually do not charge the buyer anything. We actually get paid by the seller. So what can happen in a transaction is you can actually have somebody representing you rather than somebody that's representing the seller.
So why might it be a good idea to maybe have you represent them?
Well, certainly there's a lot that goes into the typical real estate transaction, and when you're buying a home, I think you want to have somebody that's looking out for your best interests. Like I had said earlier, the seller actually has the listing agent, and so they're truly going to be looking out for the seller's best interests. So you really ought to have somebody that's looking out for your best interests in the transaction as well.
So talking about kind of looking out for your best interests, what can happen if you don't have somebody doing that for you?
Well, certainly, I don't think you can always count on getting the best deal because they're going to try to get the most money they can for their client. So that's one thing. And in this market, the market's really strong, and sometimes there's multiple offers that come in. So you have to be able to navigate through that and give your buyer good, sound advice so that they actually make a strong offer and they don't lose out on a property over some little technical things.
Definitely good advice. So what else is going on with you?
Well, it's certainly really busy this time of the year, and we want to let people know, these buyers out there that are calling off signs and maybe finding out that a lot of the houses they're looking at are already sold, that we can also set up these personalized MLS searches for people, and they can actually call us and we can set this up for free, and it allows them to then find out the best houses that are on the market. The moment they come on the market, it emails them all the information so they don't miss out on these good deals.
Wow, that's great to just kind of get everything emailed to you. It's so convenient.
Yeah, it actually saves you time and money because nobody wants to drive around and waste time looking at houses that already have offers on them.
Exactly. That can be so frustrating for people, so it's nice to know that you've got everything right there at your fingertips. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. It was wonderful to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.